James came up to me a little while ago and said, would you like to have my grandson come in and talk to us about his life in the Canadian Armed Forces? And I thought it'd be a great opportunity for us to have the conversation and kind of listen about everything that's going on in the Armed Forces today. I know many of us have actually served, so that's great as well. And so you can see up the front we have a great area of topic that we can discuss, and I want to welcome Brandon to our club. Guys, if you want to join me and welcome you, Brandon.
Thank you, sir. I'm more used to projecting my voice with my diaphragm, not a microphone, so if it gets a little loud, don't hesitate to throw something at me. I just figured I'd get up here and talk a little bit about my career. I've got a few pictures and videos to show, and I brought some parachutes with me, some body armor and our load-bearing vest, and some climbing gear that we also use. I'd like to engage you guys in as much conversation as I can. So if you have any questions, please feel free to interrupt and throw them at me. So I joined in June of 2007 as a Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry, as an infantry private. I'm now a sergeant 10 years later. I've been to Afghanistan twice. The first tour was in September 2009 to April 2010. My second tour was in 2013. My first tour was with the operational mentor liaison team. We worked in small teams with the Afghan National Army, and we mentored them through the full spectrum of operations, right from securing our so not a village, but like a school. We were building a school or a medical outreach center, all the way through, kicking ass. That's basically what we joined for. On my second tour, it was more of a teardown tour. It was near the end of the operation, the whole Afghanistan era. And I was mentoring the Afghans as well on their national logistics level, getting their, actually turned out to be their vehicles, getting their armored vehicles out to the Candidates or their battalions all throughout the country. When that job ended, I turned into a convoy commander and just basically a high-priced taxi driver, going around to pick up all the high-priced officers and take them where they needed to be. So, a little less exciting than my first tour. Beyond that, I've been to the Arctic a couple times. I've been to some rainforests, all over Europe, Scotland, Germany, Poland, Latvia. I was one of the first ones into to Operation Reassurance when Russia decided to annex Crimea. On a Saturday, we got the call to come in. On Wednesday, I was one of 4 guys on the back of a Herc with a Jeep, a pallet full of machine guns, a pallet full of ammo, and a pallet full of follow-on kit, heading our way over across the Atlantic Ocean in the middle of the night. I had no idea where we were going. So, in 2008, I did my parachutist basic course. 2011, I did my jump master course and my parachutist instructor. This past summer, I did my square parachute instructor course. So now I'm qualified all of our military parachuting courses, and that's what my job is now at the Canadian Army Advanced Warfare Center in Trenton, one of their parachutist instructors. Hence all the parachutes I brought with me. Cue up a couple of videos or
let's see here.
Photos. They're not in any particular order. As they come up, I'll talk about them.
We may have some technical challenges
Fair enough.
today.
We'll carry on the parachutes then.
You could all huddle around this one little laptop. That would be great.
I don't see it here.
So this one here, the last 3 weeks, the last 4 weeks, that was the course warrant, course 2 IC for one of our parachutist basic courses. We started with 48 candidates. We finished with 43.
Which one is it?
Some got injured with torn rotator cuffs. One guy was rushed to the hospital with severe concussion, but he's doing all right. This is a parachute that we were training them on. We call it a CT1. It's 35 square feet, or sorry, 35 feet at the base. You can carry about 350 pounds, and that's all up weight. So you put your parachute on, put your rucksack on, your shoulder load, your weapon, jump on the scales, and 350 pounds is the goal we're looking for. Most guys come in around 400, but you'll be fine.
Except those 5 injured guys.
He
just lands faster.
They just get to the ground faster. They get to the fight a little quicker. So this is our main parachute that we use for personnel drops en masse. We can get 80 jumpers into a CC-130J Hercules with no equipment, or 40 jumpers with full equipment. This is the reserve parachute that we have. And straps on. It's a belly-mounted reserve, and it's about 24 feet. It sits about here, 24 feet from diameter. It falls a little quicker. This one's about 14 to 18 feet per second, and that one's up around the 24 foot per second mark. A little, I would never want to try that. We actually, to be honest, we have tried to get the authorization to do a water jump on one of our reserves. Nobody wants to sign off on it yet, but we'll see how that goes. The next one that I brought is our CT6. Just before I move on to that one, this one weighs about 30 pounds. CR1 weighs about 12 pounds. You're looking at 42 pounds. Our CT6 weighs about 62 pounds. And it's this is one of our free fall chutes, our operational free fall chutes. There's 2 parachutes in here, a main and a reserve. I won't pull them out tonight. If you're more than welcome to come on up and poke and prod things, I'll just ask you, don't grab anything shiny. It's a big mess pretty quick. So that one in free fall, our rucksack sits is a rear mount. I don't have any pictures or videos of just flying, but it's very awkward. And your ruck. So this weighs 62 pounds, and your ruck can weigh easily 120 pounds. And flying that through the air can get a bit of a rodeo. This one here, this one's my favorite. It's nice and small. This is the instructor chute that we have. So when it's about 190, so this one's 370 square feet of canopy above your head. And this one's about 190 square feet of canopy above your head. When we have our students all stacked up in a nice row, the faster ones we can go down and talk to all the individual parachutists using different skills. We would not be able to do that in our operational chutes. Excuse me, helmets that we use, I prefer a full face helmet. In some of the videos you'll see, one of the videos you'll see, we get quite close to each other. I don't like getting kicked in the face any more than the next person, so I wear full face. Operationally, stack line square, so this one we can hook it up right to the airplane. As soon as you jump out, it'll deploy by itself. Wear your Kevlar helmet. Gas mask, if anybody wants to try that on.
Dust collection is a very big thing for us.
If anybody wants to try on my body armor, you're welcome to. It's only training plates that are in there right now. It's fairly heavy. Plus our load-bearing vest, there's nothing in it right now, but weapons, ammunition, grenades, all that kind of stuff, that's what we were putting there. Yes?
Those parachutes that you were showing us, what would be the life of a parachute?
Good question. So, that's the politically correct way.
What would be the life in the Canadian Armed Forces
in the
versus?
Canadian Armed Forces, well, I'll put it to you this way. This parachute, the CR1, or sorry, the CT1, just got its life extended by another 12 months. We were looking at all the harnesses expiring. The canopies are fine. It's the harnesses that we're, I don't want to say worried about, but they're ending their life. But someone in Ottawa decided they got another 12 months in them. You're good to go. Great.
Do you modify your chutes? You have panels in the back for movement?
So our CT1s, we do have a variant of CT2. We can cut some doors out of the back. We have some toggles that we can open and close to give us some forward movement. Give us about 6 knots of forward movements, anywhere about 11 kilometers an hour, which can help in a low wind or high wind condition, we can turn into the wind and cut our drift down. But if you screw it up, you're gonna add 6 knots to your drift. It really hurts when if you mess it up. Yes, sir.
Do you pack your own parachute?
So these 1, 2, 3, I do not. We have our own trade in the military, our riggers. They'll pack those. I will pack this one. It's a lot faster for me to do it rather than leaving a queue for the riggers to pack. But I will pack this one. And another question, sir?
Yeah, I do. Now, somebody somewhere says they're good for another 12 months. What's the criteria for the maintenance of those chutes?
So every time that they get jumped, they get sent back to our depot, rigger depot in Trenton. They get hung up to dry, they get inspected, like almost every stitch gets inspected. And so I have 100% faith in the systems that we jump. Even the free fall, so in our round canopies, we have 2 malfunctions that we train for, a complete malfunction and a partial malfunction. So complete malfunction, you exit the aircraft, you look up, nothing's there, fantastic. We'll deploy my reserve. And a partial malfunction, you look up, maybe a couple of panels have blown out, so we'll throw a second chute out there just to make sure. Under our free fall chutes or static line square chutes, we have like 12 malfunctions that we have to deal with. They are a little more common, but nothing that we can't handle. The maintenance of the chutes are bar none. Yeah. Sir?
When you pull the ripcord, what actually makes the chute come out other than when you pull it to engage it, but what, I mean, there's no.
Sure. Well, this one has a hacky sack, a little red ball down here. When I throw that, it's a pilot chute that comes out, and it catches air back here, pulls a pin, and the deployment bag comes out, the suspension lines and all that. For that parachute, for this parachute, it's same thing. There's some pins back here. These get popped. The main chute's this bottom compartment here. It'll come out, and as soon as it comes out, it's about 4 seconds. You're in the canopy. The reserve parachute's up here. It's spring loaded. These pins get pulled, and it'll shoot out pretty fast. It's about a 2-second delay before you're in the canopy again.
That's good.
I luckily have not had to do that yet. Yes, sir.
If you have to use your reserve chute, how do you get rid of the main chute?
So we go through a drill. This red handle here is our cutaway pillow. So if I look up and I decide I don't want that canopy anymore, I'm going to look down, locate my cutaway handle and my reserve ripcord handle, and I'm going to cut that crap chute away and pull my reserve. There is a system where as soon as you pull this cutaway pillow, it's going to deploy your reserve anyway, but in case that fails, we deploy it ourselves. Yeah. Oh, sir.
I'm more interested in the vests.
Sure. You want to try it on?
No. Is it made of Kevlar?
So this one is not. This one is. The Kevlar in this particular vest is the one I wore on both my tours in Afghanistan. I do have some fragmentation plates in there on the front and back. They will withstand, we don't like to say they're bulletproof. They are meant for fragmentation, so if there's an explosion, little tiny bits of metal, it'll stop those.
So, do the Americans have the same vests, or are they different than yours?
Everybody has their own line.
They're all different?
There's all different kinds out there. This one will stop with the plates, but it's an AK-47 7.62 round, almost point blank, not quite, but you're still going to have massive internal injuries, lots of bruising. If you take it in the chest, you're going to have lots of broken ribs. But it's better than not having it. Yes, sir.
When you get a malfunction, where do you carry the pins?
That's why we blouse our boots at that.
What's that? Gives you hard access and everything.
In the aircraft, sometimes we get
I was
nauseous,
playing.
so we tuck our shirts in and there we go. Sir,
When a soldier finishes, you know, deployment, and he comes back, say, go back home to Canada, like, what does he do? I mean, it doesn't stop becoming a soldier.
no, so, when we came